Hello everyone. Today I'm going to uh, explain it, explain about the NI Act. It is Negotiable Instrument Act 1881. Uh, it is basically about to regulate the financial instrument used in the trade and commerce and ensure trust and certainty in monetary transactions. B- Like this negotiable instrument act regulates all kind of financial instrument, all kind of financial instrument in trade, instrument financial instrument in trade and other commercial purposes. Now let's understand what is the negotiable means. We have to really understand what is negotiable. Well, negotiable is nothing. It's the simply means that something that can be negotiated. And instrument means what we in generally understand by the meaning of the instrument. Well, we in generally we understand that the instrument is something, a kind of tool or kind of things that with that things or tool we can do something, we can do an activity like some guitar is a musical instrument, and cricket bat is a playing instrument. And but here the instrument simply means that it is something is something a kind of a document. It is simply a document which which is transferable, which is transferable from one to another individual. So you may find so hard to understand this my all kind of my l- handwriting, but it's quite not easy. But I believe that you will try to understand. Now let's talk about that. What kind of instrument in this act has been written, and what this act trying to explain us about what kind of instrument and what kind of things. Now let's talk about that currency noter. So I am finding so difficult to explain you, maybe because I am not able to good in communicating in English. But I don't know why that I have to be try to be perfect in this. Anyway, now let's come back to the topic, that what is the currency means. Let's talk about the currency. Well, before going to that topic, we have to understand that this NI Act is not applicable to currency. What is currency? Currency means the notes that where the Mahatma Gandhi uh, is there. And then I'm not trying to mock Mahatma Gandhi. He is a legend. He is India's one of the most respected person in history. Not one of the most. I believe that he is the top pillar of our nations. and that's why we call him the father of nations. But I'm trying to explain you that this is 100 rupees notes. This is called a currency, and under this act, currency is not applicable. Why we'll try to talk about anything that is instrument. Whenever we try to term instrument, the currency not applicable. And another things, that is hundis. Hundis is also not applicable under this act. So these are some more important thing to know more about this NI Act. These are the very basic things. So now let's talk about all the uh, other aspect of this act. Let's discuss about now. Let me erase all of these things so that I can write freely. So this is introductional video that I'm going to make before you guys, but in next video I will try to explain more. I'll go to more deeply in this act, within the act. So now let's talk about the maker. Let's talk about some definition under this act. There are the three measures definitions that you can find all over the world. That is one is that drawer. One is drawer, drawee, and pay. So, before going to understand these three terms, we have to understand some other things also. Like, for example, promissory note, promissory note, second, check. We maybe we have not heard about this promissory note uh, in any sense, but I believe that we have heard a lot of time about seg. Seg is nothing. It is the seg that where we withdraw money from one person from bank. I think the most of you have ever seen a seg, or if you are not uh, till now have not seen any kind of seg, I believe that one day you will able to see that. But that's not the point right now. The point is that we have to understand what is the difference between the promissory and the seg. So let me try to explain you in the context of seg, what is drawee and what is drawer, what is drawee, and what is payee. I will try to explain this. I will try to explain this with the help of the seg. Well, in generally, in generally, seg. What kind of seg? What kind of seg we use? Like, there is a person A. Okay, A write a seg. A write a seg about 1 lakh rupees so that B can receive it. So A write the check, and the check has hand over to B. B will the B immediately get the money, that 1 lakh rupees? No. B have to go to the bank. Then we have to show to the bank that this is the check of 1 lakh rupees Mr. A has given me. So transfer all the 1 lakh money to my account. So there are the three people out there. One is Mr. A, Mr. B, and Mr. C. So three people are out there, right? It's not Mr. C, it's Mr. Bank. I would love to say that it's Mr. Bank. So the Mr. A is the drawer, here we call. Then the Mr. B is drawee. Sorry, pay. Mr. Do B is pay, and the bank is the drawer. I hope you guys have understand what I'm trying to say. So let I explain you more deeply. Wait, I have to give a brief example. Okay, so this is A, right? Mr. A and Mr. F and bank. Three character are there, right? A gave a check of 1 L to whom? To F. Okay, so one F received a 1 lakh of rupees check from the A. Okay, so F went to the bank. F go to the bank, go to the bank. F go to the bank and say that and say this is the check. Give me the money. Give me the money. Okay, so who will give the money ultimately? The bank. The bank will give the money. So this bank will be known as the drawer, and A will be known as the drawee. Sorry, drawee, and will be known as the drawer, and F will be payee. Okay, so I will explain you in a. Let me explain you. So the thing is like that: drawer, drawee, and payee. There are the three basic steps. First, drawer write a check. Then in middle there have to be a bank, and then the person who received the money ultimately, that is payee. So when this type of process happens, we call it check transaction. But if there is no presence of, if there is by any chance there is no presence of bank in between payee and drawer, there is drawer, drawee, and payee. If it's not bank, it is something else like that. For example, let me give you that if it is the person, there is a no involvement of the bank in uh, any kind of any kind of any kind of this kind of transaction, that where one person give another person a sum of money in return, and uh, there are the third middle persons who transfer that money, but he is not the bank. Then in that case, when there is no involvement of the bank, like in this scenario, we call it as bill of exchange. I hope you are getting my point. Bill of exchange. And bill of exchange is very important to get understand by everyone uh, to understand more deeply about the Negotiable Instrument Act. So what I'm trying to say that you that there are the three component here: drawer, drawee, and payee. So, and the bill of exchange is something that where the drawee is not a bank. If the bank is involved, then we call it SEC. So let me explain you more deeply. Wait, bank. So bank is drawee. Then we call it check. If bank is not drawee, we call it bill of exchange. Bill of exchange. I hope you are getting my point, what I have trying to understand. Today, what we have understand, the first thing is this: uh, what is negotiable instrument, and in this act, what instrument stands for, and what it not applicable to, that is currency and the hundis. And then we have understood that what is drawer, what is uh, drawer, drawee, and the payee. And then we have tried to understand what is bill of exchange and say. I hope that you have understood it very wellly. And in next video, I'll try to explain other component about this act. And there are the two very important sections are there in this act. That is 138, 138 section 138. This is that is the dishonor of SEC, and 142. Uh, that is also the very important act that is that's to discuss about the procedural, all the procedural nature of this in the dishonor of SEC. So I will try to explain you that more briefly, I'm sorry, more descriptively in next video. And till then, I hope that you have understand what I have tried to explain you. Thank you.